Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead, and I gotta tell you what, we just got back, well, you're gonna see here in just some brief moments, but we just got back from helping out some local homesteaders who we're getting to know that are really, really cool people.
They are really cool. They've had to face a few challenges with their homestead, so we decided we'd go over and give them a hand.
Yeah, not only the actual stuff, the mechanics of the homestead, but they face some challenges that make it really hard to do this at all.
Right.
Which we're going to share with you, but get ready to meet Stacy and Ken over at the Rose of Sharon Homestead. All right, Mama, we're on our way.
Yep, we're super excited. We get to go to Rose of Sharon Homestead and give them a hand with a few things.
Turn right onto Main Street, then turn right onto McDonald Street.
Oh, brother.
That girl's always trying to boss us around.
Yeah, she is. Just
and
be
so,
quiet.
yeah, we're doing the Self-Reliant Roadshow thing, and I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest, because it is very windy.
Very windy. We were supposed to do plastic on a greenhouse. I'm not sure what's going to happen today.
I think we could float away, like when the Pirates of the Caribbean.
We could.
Or Mary
plastic
Poppins.
will catch wind and take us off.
Done.
Yeah. So as you can see, this greenhouse does need some help, but it is way too windy to be able to put new plastic on. So we're gonna go inside and just move some stuff and clean things up.
What's awesome is that it's been crazy windy, and as soon as you press play or record, then the wind goes away. So
until now.
Whoa, it's windy. Let's go inside. Let's clean some stuff.
Right.
We are at the Rose of Sharon Homestead in Auburndale, Wisconsin.
Yay! Chicago's wild.
And we have the Big Family Homesteads here, Homesteader Bob, Mrs. B, and Jim and his family from Waupaca. I forget, Full Farmhouse? Full
Farmhouse, all right.
So the idea here is we're going to do a before and after. We're going to basically clean and gut the whole inside of the greenhouse and make it to where Stacy and Ken can use it again to supply greens and produce for some restaurants and stuff in the local area.
All right.
This is going to be great.
Okay. So now, what do you guys use this greenhouse for?
You want me to answer?
Go ahead.
Okay. This greenhouse primarily is used for restaurants, for production for greens and things like that.
Cool.
For restaurants. I do, however, run a CSA as well, so some of it will be used for that. And the biggest portion is it feeds us and our family.
Yep. Hey man, that is cool. So now I gotta ask how the dimensions of this greenhouse, because I'm curious.
The dimensions are 35 feet wide by 48 feet long.
Okay, now for those who may not know, you're in Wisconsin. You don't need to give the city name or anything like that. But how much more produce does this produce that does not go to your family, that you can actually go and sell, that you can turn into income?
Out of this greenhouse specifically?
Yes.
Out of this, I can grow literally a couple tons.
A couple tons?
You'd be surprised how much you can grow in a small space.
You can make a couple pesos or shekels out of that, I would think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, good for you guys. This is awesome. I got to get back to work instead of holding the camera. You're doing great, Claire.
Thank you.
But I think, honestly, Hope might be working harder. Honestly, I can't tell. Is it your teenage angst that's holding you back? Now, one of the things that makes this specific homestead, this specific CSA, challenging but also awesome is the fact that you have Lyme disease.
Correct.
How's that? I mean, that's got to be a rough thing on the day-to-day, bro.
It is very difficult. You know, there are some days where I am just depleted of energy, or my joints are very sore. It's very difficult to move, very difficult to get around, and I work a 40-plus hour job outside of this. So after I'm done working, I'm pretty much spent as far as energy goes. So it's it's really dependent upon Stacy to do all the work. So what we're trying to do is is get a lot of these processes and things so she can do that work while I'm at work, or if I'm home, or if I'm not feeling well, because she can't rely on me sometimes to do all the manual labor that is required. So that's why this was a really huge blessing to have all these wonderful people come and help us, because without that it would have been a very daunting task just to get this cleaned up.
Well, now you were mentioning earlier that food is one of the biggest contributors to having life manageable. Can you talk to that just a little bit?
Yeah, specifically with the Lyme disease, and he also has vaccine injury on top of it. Both are an autoimmune disorder. Okay, so the autoimmune and inflammation, it's a battle to keep that inflammation down. If the inflammation stays down, the autoimmune can function as God meant it to be.
Right.
Okay, so years and years, I raised dozens of feeder hogs. We were big people around here.
Big people.
Big people, but guess what? Pork is the most inflammatory meat there is.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't realize that.
Pork, shrimp, rabbit. Long story
all the
short,
things that are not kosher.
not kosher.
Correct.
Oh,
So
wow.
yes, not all the non-kosher. There's no coincidences, is there?
Ain't that funny?
Yeah, and you know, we truly believe there's a reason why in the Old Testament God commanded the Israelites not to eat these foods. It's because
Not a lot of shrimp in the desert, though, bro.
Right.
No, but they could go on a boat.
I'm teasing.
But that was one of the things we found out was like, okay, everything he can't eat. Well, we're just going to follow the biblical commandments because that's part of the diet that he has to follow. And then as far as the plants go, anything that's chlorophyll rich and that just feeds the molecular level of the body, you know, induces that healing process and how we're made to clean our systems, and, you know, keeping the gut clean. I'll tell you what, the gut inflammation is the problem, but the gut is the source of your health, you know,
Right.
immune system. So when he first had this, he was forced to take antibiotics, which was the worst thing he could have did, and the antibiotics destroyed his gut. So there was almost a full year of rebuilding just his gut, then to focus on helping the Lyme part. So food's a huge contributor.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Stacy mentioned chlorophyll, and one of the best foods you can have for chlorophyll is all the greens.
Don't
You
say
know,
asparagus. Don't say asparagus.
Collards, asparagus,
Yes.
Kale, spinach, all of those leafy green vegetables.
Wow.
Yeah, but I am going to give you guys a caveat. If you guys have any issues with kidney stones or too much iron in your system, you want to be careful not to have too many greens or spinach because they're very iron rich. So you got to make sure that you know that for your own. We don't want people going out there, you know, when they've got kidney stone problems and all they're getting full, you know.
Well, now we're gonna come back. I want to talk about what the CSA is in just a moment.
Yes.
But you guys also have cows, and they've got sheep.
Yes.
I know.
Sheep?
Yes.
You're not bringing any home.
Well, let's go take a look at them at least. So how we doing this afternoon? You guys are looking great. Black is the new black, I guess. Very stylish. Still having your winter coats. That's nice. You guys just keep on being you. What's this puppy's name?
This is Olive.
Olive.
Yes.
For like the oil or Popeye's girlfriend?
As in olive oil. Actually, my daughter Ruby would tell you she named her after Olive the duck or whatever the kids watch now.
Huh.
There's an Olive duck or something.
I am uninformed of this duck.
Yeah, me too.
Pretty doggy.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She guards the livestock. She's a Great Pyrenees guardian livestock dog.
Nice.
So, and she gets a boyfriend in a couple weeks, so she'll have a teammate to go at the coyotes with her. So.
Nice. Alrighty, guys. So we got the greenhouse here cleaned out. It was basically only like an hour of work. But I am so blessed because you said that this would take a really long time.
Yeah, for me on my own, it would have taken at least 2 weeks at least.
Oh my gosh.
Well, many hands make light work.
That's right.
I love that.
Yes.
And it's good to come together in community. And what they're doing here with the CSA, I gotta say I'm impressed. And if people who are in central-ish Wisconsin,
That's right.
I don't know what to do with my hands. What was that movie? I don't know. If they want to get in touch with you to either get a hold of you for food or maybe to help out or come over on the weekend and maybe push a broom, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, I have an email address. You can get it's Rose of Sharon Home. That's ROSEOF Sharon Home HOME77@gmail.com. You can also message me on my Facebook account. It's Rose of Sharon Homestead on Facebook, and I have a YouTube channel. Same farm name. You can contact me there as well.
All right, now the important question that I've been wondering the whole day is, Ken, what is your least favorite vegetable?
My least favorite vegetable is probably...
Say asparagus. Say asparagus.
I love asparagus. It's probably the green bean. Now,
The green bean.
Yeah, the green
it's
bean.
noble among vegetables.
I know it is very noble amongst vegetables.
It's kind of like a prince.
But it is stringy and it's hard to chew and it feels like it's getting caught in my throat. So I don't mind them fresh, but I don't like them cooked. So I really love all vegetables. There really isn't one that I don't like. But if we have the full garden here and if there's one that I'm not going to eat, it's going to be the green bean.
All right, Stacy. What do you got?
Well, just so you know, he loves pickled green beans, though.
Pickled green beans. I've never
Yes.
had any, but that sounds really good.
Yes.
I don't think I've had any either.
Yes, you have, honey.
Oh, he hasn't had a ton yet.
That's that short-term memory thing.
There you go.
My least favorite, honestly, I really don't have one.
You don't have one?
No,
You haven't been down south then. They do horrible things with collard greens.
Oh, collard greens.
Don't say that.
But
just kidding.
everything has a season. For me, collard greens are soups in the wintertime.
Soups.
You know, so,
So
it's
she's a lover of all veggies.
I am, but although there is the eggplant, if it's not cooked just right, the eggplant can be very bland.
You don't want to look them in the eye directly.
That's
There's
right.
shady
Not
things that
handy.
happen
Yes,
around eggplant.
yes.
So anyway, so glad to be here. So glad you allowed us to come.
Yep.
So I guess that's it. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista,
And these guys are,
Rose of Sharon.
yeah?
Yep.
Check them out. So there you have it. Have an amazing and blessed day.